Those are my words exactly. In the Morelos Mountains, campesinos are planting their fields, where the ghost of Zapata rides a horse that can still outrun the wheel. High in the sky above and clear outside is the free Mexican Air Force flying tonight. Well, there in Kentucky, a cowgirl is cooling her heels, remembering that God gave us herbs and the fruits of the field. But a criminal law that makes outlaws of those seeking life make the free Mexican Air Force Escalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight, flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How strange an innocent herb causes money to burn. They'll jail you or kill you for making those rich fat cats squirm. But nothing can stop us, my vision is clearly in sight. And the free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. While we smoking colitas, federales are loading their guns, blowing smoke from their six-shooters, spinning their barrels for fun. Contrabandistas, banditos of light, we're the free Mexican Air Force and we're flying tonight. And high in the hills we are harvesting sweet sensimilla. The law wants it all cause they think the wine we can free us. Freedom for us is a prison for the rulers of might. That's why the free Mexican Air Force, Escalito riding his white horse. The free Mexican Air Force is flying tonight. Everybody flying so high. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Flying tonight. Okay. Worked by the rain, driven by the snow, drunk and dirty. Don't you know? Now it's still. But now it's out on the road, late at night. Seen my gray house in every headlight. House, Dallas South.
And from Tucson to Tucson, Kelly, the hatchet Peter torn apart. every kind of rig that's ever been made. Even the back row so we can get away.
And if you give me
We white and wine,
and you
show me your sign,
I'll be
willing
to be moving. Kicked by the wind, rocked by the sleet, had my head stowed in, but I'm still on my feet and I'm still willing. Now I smuggled some smokes and folks from Mexico, baked by the sun.
every time I go to Mexico.
And I'm still,
And I beg from Tucson that you come carry that you be the tall apart. Every kind of rig that's ever been made. Driven the back road so we can get away.
And if you give me
We white and
wine, and you show me a sign, I'll be willing to be moving. That was nice.
Little jazz in the background. Always have to have that, man. Always have to have that. Well, shout out to anybody that stopped in here tonight, man. I see Mr. Pads in here, my brother, Mr. Pads. Always showing me love, man. Shout out to you, bro. Remy, my brother. Remy, my man. Thank you so much for coming by. I think you're gonna find it interesting over here tonight, brother. Derek Clark, my man. Salute. Furioso. Hey, I'll take 4 people in here, man. I appreciate that. 5, man. Hey, they're gonna fucking overflow the joint over here. Bruce Gass, boxing, jazz, and more. And tonight I got something called Purple Pops. Very interesting little strain here. Oscar, my brother, thank you for coming by. My man told me this was a 50-50 indica and sativa hybrid. He told me it goes in a neighborhood of 28%. I'm like, wow, that's impressive. I'll take my fucking hat off to that. But I've been cooking with the weed lately, man. I told you I bought that the Vivo. I think that's what it's called. I can't even remember now. All of a sudden I got a brain fart. But anyway, man, it's a infuser. It's a decarbolizer and infuser all in one. And today I made some Jello. Me and the old lady, she's sleeping right now. Well, she's in bed anyway. She's in there, probably watching me. But getting into them edibles, man. You know, stopping the smoke, the irritation in the throats and everything else, and it's a very very enjoyable thing doing these edibles. They're a lot stronger than you can get when you're smoking. Not that I quit smoking here, man. I got that Toker through in my palm right now, baby. I got the Purple Pops in there. But I'm probably doing that more out of the habit of enjoying a smoke, because these cursors do the job nicely, the edibles, And see, I try to eliminate fat from my diet because I have a digestive condition called Barrett syndrome, and I'm supposed to lay off the fats. And they say to really activate the THC, it should be mixed with fat. The other day I made some butter. You know the butter you hear so much about. All right, Oscar, with that beer, bro. Whatever it is, man. Whatever makes your boat float. I appreciate you coming in here, man. And we're gonna talk about a fight that I had the pleasure of seeing. Oh man, 41 years ago from tonight. This dude named Renaldo, Mr. Snipes. Like the tunes in the background. I hope they're not too loud. Because I try to keep them as background only here. Not to drown out the voices. Salute my brother Skywalker. How you doing, bro? Nice to see you in here, man. I appreciate it. Hey, and I saw that thumbnail today. Me and Timmy Jr. on the front, bro. That's when we were down last week in the at the Legends convention, so to speak. I don't know what they even named the thing. Fight Club, 500 Fight Club or something. But it was a great time. I met Tim Jr. What a nice gentleman. What a nice young man he is, man. A friend of mine and his dad, man. It seems like me and his dad are like best of friends. I call him up about once a week, and he's been on my show several times. And you know, he fucking treated me like I was VIP down there, like I was more important than the legends that I was humbly on my knees to see, man. Hey, this is Bruce Gass, man. He's a weed man. He's a weed man. And man, you know, it was just, it was so great. It was just humbling, and it was such a strong love in there. The spirit was in the place. But anyway, man, enough on that. Let me go back to 1981, November 6th. It was a tough year for me, man. Exciting, fun, and tough at the same time. Hey, and before I get too far back there, man. You know, we always this is a little staple. Every stoner needs a pack or two of these in their pockets. So when my boy Jimbo, he drives through Massachusetts to get here, and in Rhode Island they charge 5 cents per paper in tax, state tax. It's crazy, but I've seen people tell me that they've been charged like $8, $9, or even $10 for a pack of rolling papers. For a little pack like this, they go for $1 in Massachusetts. In the raws, I like these raws. But anyway, I asked my friend Jimbo. I says, you know, gotta do it about every few months. I say, Jimbo, grab me a couple of packs of papers. You know, grab me like 5 packs. That's a 5, maybe even 10 on a good time. Just do, brothers. Shout out, man. Thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate it, bro. Hitting on some good weed over here. I'm gonna talk about a fight that I saw 41 years ago today, and it was a great. I mean, it was like boxing as it should be. But anyway, man, my buddy Jimbo comes down. I gave him one of my edibles I made yesterday. I made some oatmeal cookies, kind of like pancakes. I put some peanuts in there, and I put a lot of weed in there. They were strong. They were like almost dripping with the butter. But he says, I got your papers. He pulls out this pack here. I'm like, what the hell is that? It looks like a pack of gum. And I look at it, man. That's 500 papers, man. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty fucking amazing, man. You know, we can it slides out like a box of chocolates, and you can see we have 2 different little things of 250 papers in there. Perfectly, they're not bent or anything. I mean, this is I guess the evolution of smoking with papers is finally got me on these 500 sheet packs, man. This is great, man. This is something I just wanted to share with you. But anywho, man, this Purple Pops is actually cutting through the edibles. Strangely enough, strange as it seems, but I wouldn't lie to you. Renaldo, Mr. Snipes, and Larry Holmes. Back in 1981, around this time, there was this fair-skinned boxer making a lot of noise in the game. His name was Gerry Cooney. I don't know if you ever heard of this guy. Big Irishman, had a fucking left hook that would snap a fucking 4x4. Killer stuff. But anyway, man, Gerry Cooney had knocked out Ken Norton in one round. Hey, cue to God. Salute, my brother. Salute, man. I'm going way back again today. You know, I talked endlessly today about the fights we saw last night, and there was some good fights yesterday during the day, man. I mean, Bivol, what a great boxer, man. He humbled undefeated Zerto Ramirez, and then we saw some great cards on the undercard too, man. I can't take them off the top of my head now because I got this Holmes and Snipes fight in here. But anyway, man, we talked about that all day today, and I said, seeing as how this is the 41st anniversary, and I remember it so well like it was yesterday, we're gonna go back in Bruce Gass's way back machine. We're gonna bring up this fight again. And like I said, Gerry Cooney had just knocked out Ken Norton in I think it was 80 or 81. But anyway, man, Gerry Cooney, he was a guaranteed fight with Larry Holmes. This was a multi-million-dollar, largest heavyweight person at the time. Huge fight. And just like the Bud Crawford and the Errol Spence, they couldn't come to an agreement. They were going back and forth in the negotiations, and A side, B side, ring size, location, everything you can think of, just like today. And Gerry Cooney, he sat it out. He waited for his title shot, but Larry Holmes, he wasn't a waited out kind of a guy, man. See, Larry knew. Like a little change in the music here. But anyway, Larry stayed busy in that time. Larry wasn't going to take a year and a half off like Gerry Cooney. No. Larry went after. He took on the upstart former champion Leon Spinks, which was considered to be a close fight at the time. But Larry just made short work out of Leon. God bless him, bro. And he annihilated Leon. Annihilated him. It was a mismatch. So then he's not the kind of guy who's going to take one interim fight. He's going to take another one, and he ends up going after this cat named Renaldo, Mr. Snipes. I don't know if you've heard of Mr. Snipes before, but Mr. Snipes was a heavyweight. Came onto the scene. He was undefeated. The first time I saw him was on NBC Sports World, and he was featured. He took on this heavyweight named Floyd Jumbo Cummings, big guy. It was Joe Frazier's last fight. Huge ex-con out of Chicago. I mean, I don't think they were drug testing back in the early 80s, but if they were, Floyd Jumbo Cummings maybe would have melted the cup because he was nothing but muscle. Undefeated, took on Renaldo Snipes. Renaldo Snipes beat him on a unanimous decision. And then there was a light heavyweight by the name of Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. Eddie Gregory was his G name. And he converted to Islam. He changed it to Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. And he was a tremendous fighter. Unfortunately, he was best known for his losses in the game. He lost. He went to Rahway State Prison. This is going to jar your memories a little bit. There was a convict there, James Scott. And James Scott people were coming into the prison, other fighters to fight James Scott. And Eddie Gregory, Eddie Mustafa Muhammad was one of them. He went in there and he lost to James Scott. So all of a sudden, James Scott became a big name in the boxing community. And Renaldo Snipes, in his next fight, he took on Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, and he beat him, split decision. People thought that Mustafa Muhammad, black and brown, my brother, salute, bro. Thank you for coming by, man. They thought that I'm gonna get my train of thought going again here. Let me do another hit. That usually does it. You know that, black and brown, my smoking brother out there, Remy, Skywalker, every one of you cats, man. That's why we're here. We love boxing. We love fucking weed. And this is all gonna tie into this whole fucking story, man. So Renaldo Snipes, the underdog, he beats Eddie Mustafa Muhammad. So he's a name to be reckoned now in the boxing world. And his next fight's a nationally televised fight. He takes on Gerry Cooney, South African. This is before Coetzee beat Michael Dokes to win the WBA title. Coetzee was a hot prospect. He had failed in his first attempt at a title. He lost to Mike Weaver down in South Africa. Huge fight in front of like 80,000 people. But anyway, Renaldo Snipes got knocked down twice in his battle with Gerry Cooney. I thought Coetzee won. They gave it to Snipes. I thought it was a really bad decision. But with that decision, Renaldo Snipes gets to take on the badass Larry Holmes, undefeated, 38-0 heavyweight champion of the world, who was just waiting to fight Gerry Cooney. But Larry wasn't going to sit on his ass like the fighters do today. He wasn't worried about losing that O. And they called up Mr. Snipes. Mr. Snipes is like Renaldo Snipes was one of the cockiest son of a bitches you've ever seen. You know, he like I said, he called himself Mr. Snipes. And man, this fight itself, was an incredible event to behold. You know, 1981, I was popping pills like they were fucking M&Ms. I mean, I was doing Percodan, Percocets, Vicodin. Oxys weren't around yet, but I was in, you know, I didn't think I was in a bad way because I was drinking and doing them pills. William Old School, salute my brother. Thank you for coming by, man. I appreciate it so much, bro. Old school, man. This is old school tonight here, man. I'm kind of giving you guys a little lesson in my mind about the great fight that took place 41 years ago tonight. And you know, this is a Don King presentation. So you got to remember, Don King stacked those cards, man. Listen to the undercard Don King had. If you guys know anything about the fighters from the 80s. On the undercard, we had Buster Douglas against David Bay. David Bay, a future Larry Holmes title challenger. And Buster Douglas. If you don't know who Buster Douglas is, man, you're in the wrong fucking room. But anyway, that was one of the opening matches on the card. We also had Randall Tex Cobb against Bernardo Mercado. Tex Cobb won a decision. Kept his undefeated streak alive. And then we also had Michael Dokes. And Michael Dokes took on George Chaplin, Baltimore, Maryland. So, I mean, you know, Don King, when he put on a card, he didn't fuck around, bro. He stacked that with heavyweights. Something like that. This is on par with the Wilder and Fury number 3, when they had all the heavyweights on the card. But this was better. This was free. This was on primetime ABC's Wide World of Sports. This wasn't a Saturday afternoon fight. This was Friday night primetime. I mean, the house was full of people. It was a great time. Half the bar come to my house because you know, you could watch it in the bar back then. The bar had it on their TV, but they knew with Bruce Gas, you're getting more than the fucking fight. You're getting weed. I mean, dude, I always kept a lot of booze in my house. I always kept plenty of beer in here. But you know, and plus I had, you know, I was probably, you know, I was the scrapbook boxing with my friends, man. Right now I'm my friends and, you know, scrapbook and, you know, my great friend Curtis Anderson. These are the people that I admire. But back then, I guess these boxing cats, they admired me a little bit because that's all I did was walk and talk boxing. You know, 80s boxing, that was something special. And, you know, I explained to them all about this fight, why Mr. Snipes was in this fight. And Larry Holmes, man, they were all waiting for Larry Holmes and Gerry Cooney fight to go on. But like I said, Holmes didn't fuck around, man. Holmes didn't fuck around. While he's waiting for one of the richest fights the richest fight at the time in heavyweight history, he kept himself busy. Now the fight itself, the fight was at Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Civic Arena, commonly referred to as the Igloo. And You guys watch WWE. This is the arena where they had this Hell in a Cell match, the famous where the Undertaker threw fucking Mankind about a million feet down to on the tables. Boxing Lounge, bro. Thank you so much for coming in, brother. I appreciate it, man. I'm enjoying yesterday over here, man. Going back to 41 years ago. 213-pound Renaldo Snipes against 216-pound Larry Holmes. And it was at the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. The referee was Rudy Ortega. The three judges, Tony Castellano, Arlene Bynum, and Eddie Woods. It was Larry Holmes' 11th title defense of his WBC championship. The fight was billed as imminent danger. Danger, danger. And, it would have been for Larry Holmes, but Larry didn't give a fuck. Larry's going to make $1 million. In fact, Larry made $1.1 million. Renaldo Snipes got $175,000. At the time, that's decent purses. That's 1981 money too. 41 years from now, that's got to be $5 million. I'm gonna guess. I don't even have to guess. Let me ask my friend over here, the Google lady. How much is cancel that. Start that over again. Okay, here we go. How much is $1.5 million 1981 money worth today? $1 million 1981 is equivalent to $3,265,000 today. Not bad. So Larry picked himself up a nice little purse for hey, Mark Nash, bro. Salute to you, brother. Salute to you, man. Let me go into my my YouTube stream. Make sure my brothers out there got their wrenches, man, because I know I got some nasty motherfuckers in here, and if they don't have wrenches, I know they're gonna get slapped, because I got people that hate me from one end, people that love me on the other end, and this is Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. You leave all that shit at the door. You want to hear boxing? You want to smoke weed, bro? This is the place to come. What's that, Boxing Lounge? Let me check it out, Bruce. I want to make you as a boxer in Friday night in your prime. my prime and my fighting weight, I was about 170, 175, and bro, I tried boxing a little bit in Boston back in the mid 70s. I was at the Cambridge, the Cambridge, the PAL in Cambridge Athletic League, PAL, the Police Athletic League, and man, the dudes that they would put me in the ring with, even just practicing, it wasn't even called sparring. They were 6 foot. I'm 5'9" on a good day when I had my hair and on a good hair day, and I would be put in there with these cats who were 6'1", 6'2", who could out jab me, and I didn't know how to slip. I didn't know how to get inside. Like, Bruce Gas today, a whole different animal, but he's way retired now. But back in the mid 70s, man, if I knew what I knew today, and I had the dedication that I had a little bit later in my life, who knows, bro? Who knows? Yeah, light heavy, unfortunately. I could have gotten myself down to a middleweight, because we didn't have super middleweights back in the mid 70s. That came a little bit later on. I think super middleweight would have been a perfect division for me. But then I look at the dudes I'd have to fight, man. Woo. Yeah. Canelo, look out, baby. Bruce Gas is on your trail. But anyway, like I said, this fight was billed as imminent danger. Holmes got himself $1.1 million. There was a crowd of 14,103 people in the Igloo to watch this fight. Primetime ABC with Howard Cosell doing the commentary. It was a great fight. I'm gonna see if I can pull it up here too, man. Because these old fights, we can get away with these, and if we can't, who cares? I'm here for fun. I'm not here for money. I pay money to do this. Carl, my brother, shout out to you, man. Peace, bro. Thank you for coming by. And this is a memory for me. See, I'm watching this, bro, and I'm feeling like I'm fucking 20 years. I'm feeling like I'm in my 20s. Slugger Sam, salute my brother. But man, yeah, this fight we're all sitting around in the living room I'm in today because I moved here in 1979. And damn, I've been in this fucking house for a long time. Probably longer than most of you cats have been alive. But it was a great, great night. It was a great time to be a fight fan. And this was a heavyweight championship of the world. I mean, dude, we're seeing 3 heavyweight championship of the world, maybe 4. Jose Diaz, bro, salute, man, salute. Thank you for coming by, my fishing brother. And living on the bay here, man, I see fishing is a hot thing around here, man. Striped bass, they catch freaking 70-pound striped bass out my living room window. Tuttogs running right about now. Jose probably knows what they are. They're I don't even know what kind of species they are. They hang out in the bottom and they got these big mouths. They crush up clams, and they're not bad to eat a couple of times. You get sick of them really fast, but when they run, you hit them like crazy, man. When they're running, you go by the rocks, bang, bang, you pull them out. Some guys go there with 2 poles. They're so abundant. But now, now with the, there's limits and things like that. But and there's a season. I see my buddy Reggie Owens in there, man. Shout out to you, Reggie Owens. Renaldo Snipes and Larry Holmes. And this fight, bro, Renaldo Snipes was such an underdog. There wasn't even a line. You couldn't get a bet on Renaldo Snipes in this fight. You couldn't get a bet on Larry Holmes. It was considered such a mismatch. But it was a heavyweight championship of the world, And undefeated Renaldo Snipes 22-0, undefeated Larry Holmes 38-0. I mean, bro, you think Bruce Gass is gonna miss this? You think anybody is? Free TV, didn't even have to stream it. And this was action fight. You're gonna see Snipes throw a cheap shot early in the fight, and you're gonna see Holmes come back. There's bad blood in this fight, man. I don't know, Roland. I've seen him do it, and it's all been changed lately. Maybe it's fishing is a state regulations. It's not a federal, and it's also, I guess it's even by towns. So it's different. I know some towns you got to throw things back. Anytime, my brother. Anytime, William Old School. Like I told you, man. Tim Witherspoon. He's kind of like my friend now. He's my brother. And his events manager, his name is Brian Robinson. He came to my house this summer. His family is from Rhode Island, and he was visiting them. And I get a phone call. He told me him and Tim were coming down. Tim couldn't make it, but anyway, I get a phone call. Bruce, it's Brian. I said, hey, how you doing? He goes, hey, I'm in town. I said, get out of here. He says, yeah, man. I said, I gave him my address. I said, bro, put it in the GPS. Come on down. He did, and he came down and he dug clams in front of my house. Didn't do any fishing, but he did some harvesting of our native steamers around here, and they're awesome, bro. I mean, if you've never had steamed clams, you hear about Maine steamers, and they get them a lot from Maryland, but Rhode Island steamers, man. In fact, they call them Twisted clams, because Twisted is about a mile. There's a little inlet here. Twisted's over the bay, and this is the other side, but it's a rocky shore. And you go down, you dig out those clams. They almost have a hard black shell to them. I mean, they're soft. You can crush them if you got any strength in your thumbs. But they're so sweet. And a steamed clam connoisseur will tell you there ain't nothing like those fucking Twisted clams, man. Back in the day, they used to the cats who hung around the bar. They come and dig them, and they bring bags of them. They put them in like Wonder Bread bags. Sell them at the bar, $10 a bag, and man, those things were just so good. And they'd make their money for their booze or their drugs or whatever it could be, because they're abundant out here. There's so many. It was like a honeycomb. I mean, my sister came down once. They were having a clam boil for a high school class, and they went out there they dug a bushel in like an hour. There were 20 of them out there. It was like a bunch of fucking buzzards. And but anyway, man, yep, steamers, bro. That's what we call them, man. You could definitely, I was in Las Vegas 20 years ago, and it said New England, authentic New England clam boil or clam bake. And bro, hey Jelly Bean, how you doing, brother? And it wasn't an authentic New England, bro. I'm authentic New England. But it was cool. But the funniest thing about it was I see these people, they got their plates and they go to the clams and they get the little tongs. They take 1 clam, 2 clams, put it in their plate. I got there. I grabbed the spatula and I filled my fucking plate up. And they're looking at me like, what? I said, hey, I'm from New England. I'm from Rhode Island. Hey, Rhode Island, is that New York? But anyway, after me, everybody's putting tums and they're watching me take the necks off, dip them in the butter. It's kind of like a lost art. But if you never tried them, if you never had an authentic New England clam bake, before you die, do that, man. It's got chorizo, or chorizo, I guess it's called now. It's got buckwurst with these German sausages. It's got franks. It's got onions. It's got potatoes. It's got sweet potatoes. It's got dressing. They even take fish and put it in a bag. They'll take a codfish and they spice it up, put it in a paper bag, throw that in the bake. And what they do is they dig this hole in the ground, and then they burn oak in there. And they dig the hole the night before. Then they burn oak in there for hours. And when that burns down, they throw rockweed on there, seaweed. And then they put the trays of the clams, the fish, the hot dogs, the potatoes, the onions, the sweet potatoes. And then they cover that up with canvas, and it sits there for hours, maybe 8-9 hours. Slow cooks, and it gets this flavor. And man, oh man, oh man, I'm fucking hungry thinking about it now. But anyway, they have those on a regular basis. And we're gonna get to this fight any minute now. I guarantee it over here. I'm just getting carried away, man. I'm having such a good time, man. You cats come in here and you get my brain cells stimulated. and I'd like to talk about these fights. This fight that I saw. I do this thing every day, and I really appreciate if you cats check it out. It's on my community page, and it's called On This Day. And what I do is I get up. Sometimes I get lucky with the old lady. Most of the time, I'll sit in front of the computer and I'll see what happened on this day. And I saw this one thing, and it said like on 16/20 on this day, the first organized boxing match happened, brother. And then I always like to double check, because sometimes I'll find something, I'll put it out there, and somebody will say, oh no, Bruce Gas, the NBA wasn't formed in 1927, it was formed in 1917. Hey man, I'm sorry, I tried, bro. But anyway, I come to find out that the 6th of the November 6th was not on this day. It wasn't November 6th. It was January 6th, the first organized boxing match. So anyway, I started going through more different historical books in there, and then I said, shit, I saw Holmes and Renaldo Snipes on this day, and I'm like, shit, that's a fight that I could talk about like it happened yesterday, and it happened on this day. And here we go, man. We're gonna check this out. Jose Diaz, my brother, them catfish. I never dug catfish that much, because I like free swimming fish, like the the cod, the halibut. But then again, I'll eat the bottom shrimp. I'll eat shrimp, and I love lobster, man. There ain't nothing like Rhode Island lobster. They say Maine lobster's better, but I can't tell the difference. And I've had more lobsters than I've had. What's that? It's up there with some of the more consumed things I've done. I'm not going to say pills, because like I told you, man, I was on this fucking crazy pill habit back on this day in 1981. And I was also a fucking boxing fanatic. I was buying every boxing magazine that came out. There were like 5 or 6. And I'd buy them all. Sometimes I'd drive to Providence, 10 miles down the road into the city where they came in quick. You could buy them from the newsstand. Now it's a whole different world now. But anyway, man, let's get into this fight. Let's start it off. I'll put it on the small screen here. Until the fight starts. See if I have my technical prowess going here for me, man.
At 2:13 1/4. Now in ring
You make it in trouble for the voice thing. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it down because I can give you the commentary on here. But they're in the center ring. They're at the Igloo, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on a Friday night. Billy Eckstein doing the national anthem. Dude, that's 1981, bro, the 80s. Even AIDS wasn't a thing yet. That was 82. Maybe 81, but I mean, everybody was loving everybody else. And I mean, everybody had the gold. They still have the gold today, but the turtlenecks, you know, it was a different time. It was an innocent time. Stone crab, baby. Oh, you're allergic to that joke, man. Hey, I'm allergic to a lot of things myself. I know how it is. But see, look at that push on Renaldo, Mr. Snipes. And Larry Holmes, Stone Cold Larry Holmes, getting ready for this fight. Getting ready, getting down, getting ready to mix it up to defend the heavyweight championship of the world over here. And we got a good crowd there, man. We got a hell of a crowd there. Billy Eckstein, U.S. Marine Corps, color guard in the back. You just saw the referee, Rudy Ortega. Big name. Hey, Mr. Boxing Today too, man. I'm glad you came in here, brother, because we're gonna watch a fight that I'm like you, bro. I love heavyweight fights, and you know, when they take me back and on an anniversary where I can maybe get away with it on religious grounds that that I pay homage to the boxing gods, and on this holy day, the anniversary of this very exciting fight, we're gonna share it over here, my bro. Mr. Boxing Today, you would have loved the weekend I spent last weekend, man. I met, not met, but I hung out with Riddick Bowe. I hung out with Blood Green, with Tim Witherspoon, who's my good friend now, man. Fucking Tim. I was even smoking a joint in the back seat. Tim says, go ahead, light it up, man, because I can't smoke any, but go ahead. His daughter was there, so he didn't want to smoke any. But man, we had such a good time. And talk about the heavyweights. Tyrell Biggs, met him, man. Great stuff. Now we're going back there, man. Larry was supposed to be there. I guess the check bounced or something. But Larry wasn't there. Tyson wasn't there. But we're seeing Larry Holmes and Renaldo Snipes on the 41st anniversary of this hallowed night. They're hugging in Snipes' corner. Undefeated Renaldo Snipes. Undefeated Larry Holmes. Don King put on an extravaganza over here. I was talking about the undercard earlier, Mr. Boxing Today, man. All top 10 fighters, man. Just great stuff. And we're getting ready for this. What most boxing aficionados thought was going to be a mismatch. I was just into it because it was a heavyweight title fight. And like I said, we were all waiting for the Gerry Cooney fight. Blood was he was hurting. He just broke his hip recently, man. I could tell he was on a lot of medication. But I said, "Hey, Blood, what's up?" He goes, "I never was knocked out." I mean, fucking great fucking guy, man. Mad Chad and him, they had a good combo. But anyway, man, that was then. Well, that was now, and this was then, and this is what we're here to pay homage to today. Who do we got announcing this fight, man? Let me see that ring announcer. And Larry Holmes. Got Eddie Futch in his corner. (22-0, 11 knockouts. Renaldo and Mr. Snipes. Mrs. Knockout Boxing, thank you for coming in, my sister. I appreciate it, man. I'll have to clean the language up now. We got a lady in the joint, and we appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. We're getting ready to see an unexpectedly great fight. There was a treat that nobody expected this to be. As I mean, this is you're gonna see something that made Bruce Gas jump out of the chair, almost put his head through the ceiling in this fight. We'll get him up there on full screen as soon as the bell rings. Give me another hit of this purple tops before the fight starts. A little tail of the tape up there. Check it out there. There we go, man. That's more appropriate for something like this. 32-year-old Larry Holmes, 213 pounds. 215-pound, 22-year-old Renaldo Snipes. Is that what he was? I didn't catch that for sure. Let's see. Let's go back and check out that tail of the tape here, man. Yep, Larry Holmes bouncing gingerly in that corner. I mean, Larry Holmes, you want to talk about a great jab. 38-0, 28 knockouts. I mean, Larry Holmes came up the hard way. Larry Holmes earned every one of those 38 wins, man. Some of them he didn't even want to fight in. (32-25), Holmes 213, Snipes 215, Holmes 6'3", Snipes 6'2". Holmes has got the 81-inch reach advantage to Snipes' 78-inch. But here we go, man. Here we go, man. This is a stare down. Snipes had a hell of a stare down, and Larry Holmes did too. Larry Holmes, cold as ice. He's still cold from what people tell me when they bump into him. But I would have loved to, man. I would have loved to seen Larry Holmes. Yeah, who knows? That might happen in the future. But here we go, man. Here we go. The sound, the bell beginning. Ronaldo Snipes, not known to be the cleanest boxer around. He smashes Holmes on a break coming up here. Here we go, man. Meeting in center ring. Ronaldo Snipes doing a lot of circling around, a lot of bouncing on his feet, man. Larry Holmes trying to cut the ring off, staying on the front foot. He's got Snipes backing off a little bit, man. But Snipes is very, very awkward, very herky-jerky, a tough guy to figure out, a tough guy to time, because he's so unorthodox. He'll make you look bad. You're going to see just how bad as we watch this fight. And see, the thing, man, Ronaldo Snipes was never really known as a power puncher until this fight. And you notice they were in the same color gloves in this fight. I mean, if you watched them fights last night, one guy had blue ones on, and Bivol had the blue ones, Zerto had the white ones. I mean, they look like different weapons, for Christ's sakes. But over here, man, you got the Everlast, the brown Everlast. They probably gloved him in the ring too. I wasn't paying attention. Or maybe not. I don't know. I'll have to pay more attention to that. But there wasn't much. Not until the Louis Resto, Billy Collins, and then we saw a senior side. Mayhem and Miracles, my sister. Thank you for coming by, man. Peace to you, sister. I appreciate it. We got some ladies in the joint here. You want to go back to 1981 with me, man? Where we're in Bruce Gass's living room. We're watching Ronaldo, Mr. Snipes, try to take the heavyweight championship of the world from undefeated Larry Holmes. And Snipes is very confident, man. Larry has the most educated jab at the time. Mr. Snipes is going to try to throw that crazy overhand right that he's got. Throws that thing from left field. Larry can't quite figure him out. Larry can't just stand up and throw that jab and keep him at bay because Snipes is in so many different places. His head is here. It's there. Larry can't snap him with that jab like he's normally used to here. And Snipes comes in very awkwardly, throwing those wide punches. Larry can't quite time him just yet. He's trying to do that. You can see he's trying to poke with that jab. Drop that big right hand in there. But Mr. Snipes, man, he's not a very good dance partner over here. Oh, nice right hand by Snipes. Holmes felt a little bit of that power. But yeah, Larry Holmes is staying in the center ring. Snipes is circling around, but Snipes is still coming forward. And there goes Larry. Larry's trying to drop some of those bombs in there. Very underrated power puncher, Larry Holmes, when it comes to that right hand. The end of round one. Good opening round. Here we go, right to round two. No commercials, no nothing over here. What we like to see. Renaldo Snipes with a crazy jab, firing it off the hip, firing it off the shoulder. And Larry's like, whoa, 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 you're not gonna out jab me, man. Larry trying to get him in the corner, trying to unload a combination, but Snipes is not obliging. Khan Shawnee, my brother, salute to you, man. You probably enjoyed this fight, brother. Oh, here we go. Snipes trying to drop that right hand. Larry knows he's in a fight over here. Larry knows and Larry's trying to drop that right hand. Mr. Snipes takes a good punch. Nice exchange at center ring, man. Holmes landed a nice 1-2, a couple of nice combinations. But Snipes is he's circling to Holmes' right, throwing a very awkward herky-jerky jab here. And it looks like Snipes is trying to get to the body here. Holmes is not really known for his body work. Holmes usually jabs to the head. And there goes Snipes. Snipes is trying to get downstairs. Larry meeting him with the uppercut. Larry's in tip-top shape right here. This is prime Larry Holmes. This is just before the Gerry Cooney fight. Gerry Cooney's at ringside here. Gerry Cooney's watching a multi-million-dollar purse over here. He's watching it, walking on eggshells. And Gerry Cooney, he didn't fight for over a year, over almost a year and a half after he annihilated Ken Norton. And before that, it was the annihilation of Ron Lyle. And Gerry told me flat out, he said after he knocked out Ken Norton, he celebrated with a line of Coke and a shot of Irish whiskey, and he never went back. He never stopped until after the George Foreman fight. And he said, what a beautiful man Gerry Cooney is too. And there goes Larry Holmes, man. 1-2 combination. Snipes is just tucking that chin inside. Larry's trying to get himself set up to get the range. Holding Snipes behind the head. Probably saying Larry was a talker. He's probably saying all kind of shit to him in there. Well, if you watch Larry Holmes when he fought Gerry Cooney, Cooney was out jabbing Larry in some of those rounds. But yeah, Larry's trying to use his hand speed and his power to cut the ring off and put a hurting on Spinks. Nice body shot by Larry Holmes. Larry's coming out on his toes. He's dancing. He's firing that jab. Snipes is trying to catch those jabs and parry. Throwing a nice little jab on his own, man. Well, yeah, Snipes is coming in behind jab. He doesn't have the snap that Larry Holmes has on his jab. Larry launches those jabs from his toes, man. But Snipes is coming off that rope, coming off the ropes nicely. And Snipes is trying to dictate the pace, but Larry Holmes will have none of it, man. Larry Holmes is holding his ground. He's taking the punches and Snipes is very aggressive here. I'll tell you the story behind my name. My real name is Bruce Goes. My buddy 150, he wrote a rap song with me in there, and he called me Bruce Gas. And I said, that's it. That's what I'm using. I came on YouTube. I just used my name. I see everybody uses a different name. And my name is Bruce Gas because I love gas. I love boxing, jazz, and more. And I think I may change it to Bruce Gas legally. Mr. Snipes trying to get inside. Larry Holmes is trying to catch him while he's coming in, while the head's down, trying to hit him with that uppercut. Holding the head down. Larry knows every trick in the book. Referee Rudy Ortega breaking him up. He's not having to do too much work in here. And there goes Larry Holmes, nice inside combination, shoe shining him. Snipes is keeping those gloves up high so he doesn't get hit in the jaw, man. And Larry, that was some beautiful work by Larry. Look at Now Snipes is coming in there with some jabs. They're exchanging jabs. Oh, nice sneaky right hand by Renaldo Snipes, man. Larry Holmes is putting his hands down, saying, "You didn't hurt me, man. Come on." I saw some sweat fly on that jab, that left hook or jab. I don't know, but it was a left hand by Snipes, and Snipes is coming in there. He's looking at that body. Larry's just trying to let's hold him down. The referee breaks him up. Did we see a punch at the break there? I'm not sure. And Larry looks like he's throwing that jab with authority now. He wants to put some hurting on Mr. Snipes. Yeah, look at Larry with a fucking right cross. You don't see Larry throw that right cross too often. Boom, he's throwing uppercuts. He's throwing crosses. He's throwing jabs. Larry wants to end this fight. Nice uppercut. Oh, fucking Snipes just hit him with a beautiful right cross. Larry knows he's in there, man. Larry with some nice body work. Larry with a nice uppercut. Larry Holmes is setting the pace here. Salute Demetrius Bright, my brother. Thank you so much for coming by. And there we go, man. We're starting the 4th round here. 41 years ago tonight, man. Bruce Gass was right here doing just what he's doing tonight. Although I was on a different lift. I was fucked up on the opiates at the time. Haven't touched those in about 10 years. And because that was a devil in my life. That 81 to the fucking mid 2000 to 2010ish. 11, 12ish. I don't even remember the day, but anyway, man. Now we smoking the weed. We watching the boxing. We love life. Oh, and look at Renaldo Snipes. Nice combination on the inside. Good toe-to-toe stuff here. It's tough when you're doing blow by blow, color, and commentary at the same time, but it can be done. I don't like to drop panels, unfortunately. I really like people who have seen these fights to come up here and talk about them with me. And there we go, man. Larry's trying to stop this awkward, crazy fucking Renaldo's Mr. Snipes in his tracks. But Snipes is very determined here. Very determined. Hitting Larry with some body shots. Larry's bringing his elbows down to cover those up, and Snipes is just throwing those sneaky, unorthodox, crazy fucking power punches from different angles. Larry tried to get out. Snipes hit him with 2 left hooks. Snipes is going upstairs and downstairs, and Larry's not an inside fighter. This is not Larry Holmes' style at all, man. There's Larry's style. More gas today. That's right, Con. Sorry I'm not paying much attention. I'm watching this fight, trying not to miss anything here, but I keep my eye on that chat because I appreciate you cats, man. I'd be here by myself doing this. My wife would think I was fucking crazy. I tell her there's 300 people watching me, so she thinks I'm sane. But we know what it's about. And there's Snipes with a nice shot to the kidneys. Coming inside, awkward defense, trying to drop a left hook. Larry comes back with a left hook. This is some action fight. Remember, guys, these are heavyweights. Heavyweight boxing. Snipes with that overhand right. Once again, man, Snipes has got some power in that right hand. He's herky-jerky telling Larry, come on. And there they go, man. They're toe-to-toe. They're mixing it up. Rudy Ortega doesn't have a lot to do in this fight. Not yet, anyway. And we got to remember, Larry Holmes is watching a multi-million-dollar fight with Gerry Cooney, who's at ringside, evaporate should he lose. I don't know if he has second thoughts or not, man. And I'm not scoring this fight, but I'd say it's pretty even so far. I don't think Larry's dominated. I don't think Snipes is dominated. I think it's a pretty even fight. And beautiful overhand right by Renaldo Snipes. Larry comes back with a hard combination, trying to land 5-3-0-1. Larry gives him a little tap on the back, a little sign of respect at the end of that round. And here we go, man. I think this is round 5 coming up. Yes, it is. Thank you for the graphic. I want to thank sweetfights.com too for the privilege of taping this fight. We're showing this fight, man. And we shout out to you. Anybody who wants to watch some good fights, check out sweetfights.com, bro. Great site. And here we are in the 5th round, man. Larry Holmes standing straight up. Renaldo Snipes leaning forward, trying to come forward. Real herky-jerky, crazy stuff. All different angles. Larry's never fought anybody like this. Look at him. He's almost on his knees there. Snipes has got a couple of nice jabs in there. Larry Holmes on his toes. That's Larry right there, man. Jab, 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 right hand, left hook. Jab, 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 man. He's just beautiful, man. If he had nailed Snipes with that punch, I think Snipes would have been at least on his heels. See, Larry's got his hands low, acting like he's in control here, man. Don't tell Renaldo Snipes that. Snipes has got a smile on his face. And like I said earlier, I didn't like Snipes too much before this fight. I'd only seen him when he fought Mustafa Muhammad, Gerry Cooney, and the big guy from Chicago. But anyway, man, I only saw him 3 times. I didn't really like the guy. Even back then, I never had a love-hate relationship with a fighter, bro. Mr. Doc, my brother, shout out to you, man. Oh, beautiful stuff, man. Renaldo Snipes is leaning on Larry Holmes. Larry doesn't like that. Larry doesn't like to get roughed up. Larry likes to stand outside, pick him apart with that jab, drop the fucking right hands, shoot a combination in there, and which is what he's doing right now. Snipes is doing that herky-jerky stuff, coming right back inside. Holmes pushes him off, throws that nice right hand. Beautiful. Holmes is looking really good there. Fast, fluid hands. Oh, nice stuff. I mean, Larry is taking Mr. Snipes apart there. It's got him hurt. Snipes is backing up to the ropes. Larry banging to the body. Snipes is holding on. Rudy Ortega, one of the few times you've seen breaking him up here, man. There we go, man. Snipes is in great, great condition. So this is the thing, man. These guys are in condition because they fought. They had to stay in condition. In fact, I think this was Snipes was a replacement in this fight, I believe. I have to go through my notes to find out who it was. But anyway, man, he's disappointing no one here. And that's the end of round 5. There they go, back to their corners. All right, man, let's have a Budweiser commercial. A break for a tip over here. Staying in the corners here, checking them out. Referee's looking at Mr. Snipes. Bruce Gas doing a hit off the Toker too. Here we go. We'll see Larry with a couple of body shots. A beautiful overhand right. Another one. Oh, that's the one that put Renaldo on his heels right there, man. I mean, it's incredible the shots that he's taken. Boom. You got your glove up there. I'm gonna whack you right beside the head anyway. You know, Larry Holmes is just a master. And this is the prime of Larry Holmes. But they're telling Snipes, man, don't let him do this to you. Don't let him do this to you. You're a better fighter than that, man. And there he goes, man, flicking out that jab. Round 6 over here. Watch Snipes gaining more confidence as this fight goes on. And the ever-defying Larry Holmes. Oh, beautiful right hand. Holmes counters with a combination. Snipes is nailing with body shots. Got him with a nice right hand before Holmes tied him up on the inside. Holmes learned that from Muhammad Ali. You know, you can get away with holding behind the head, and a lot of referees will overlook that because it doesn't look like blatant holding. You know, you can manipulate the palms of your gloves. So look at Snipes just trying to push that jab down. Nice body shot. Holmes whips a combination. Larry Holmes is really, he said, I want to get this kid out of here, man. I've been here enough. I want $1 million. I want to go home. And Larry's in Eastern Pennsylvania, so he probably could have driven home that night. I'm sure he did. Larry wasn't one to waste any money. Larry Holmes, smart businessman. You know, people say about these fighters, they fought so much, they ain't got their marbles, they ain't got no money. Take a look at Larry Holmes, man. Larry's got his marbles, he's got his money. I think he owns a town, the town of Eastern Pennsylvania. I think they call it Homestown. But anyway, man, this is the reason why. The dude is in our living room on a Friday night for free. I'm talking about if you didn't have cable, mom and dad are home, you watch the fight. Mom and Dad watch this fight. You're out there screaming, and they're saying, "What is this kid screaming about?" And they'll watch. I'll say, "Wow," and I'll explain the sweet science. You know how you keep that jab up, you drop the right hand, you hit and don't get hit. And there they go. I think they're both taking a little breather in this round. We don't see the action so hot and furious, but Larry always trying to drop that right hand, that fucking educated jab. You wake up Larry Holmes if he wakes up in a foggy state, he probably shoots that jab out 3 or 4 times. So you be careful. And Mr. Snipes on the inside throwing a punch. Oh, he threw a left hook that would have taken Larry's head off there. I think Larry felt the breeze coming back and tried another one, but not quite as ferocious as that first one. And Larry Holmes is a little take me out to the ball game. I didn't know that was on there. Well, whatever it is, man, it's background stuff. It's free stuff. So thank you for the YouTube free copywritten background music. Yeah, we're at the ball game now, and here we go, Renaldo Snipes. Keep your eyes open, man. Oh, there goes Larry. Look at that right hand, and down goes Holmes. Down goes Holmes. I hope none of you missed that, because we're gonna see what. Watch Larry go falling into the fucking turnbuckle. Mr. Snipes thinks he's won the fight. He's gone back for more. Larry was up at the count of 4. Unbelievable stuff, huh? And Larry's got to survive the whole round. Larry's starting to throw power punches. And he gets hit again with a right hand. Still got 2 minutes to go in this round. And there we go, man. Mr. Snipes is, I think that was a short-lived advantage. He looks like he's smiling at Larry. He knows he got Larry. Oh, he just nailed Larry again with that right hand. But Larry has got some chin, man. Snipes even went on to sue the commission, saying it was a slow count, that he had beaten the count. He had him down for 10. Nah, they played this back. Larry Holmes was up at 4. Larry Holmes landing the right hand down to the body. See, Larry looks like he's back in charge again, man. Larry's got some amazing recuperative powers. Anybody that could get up from a bazooka blast from fucking Ernie Shavers. You know they got recuperative powers. Renaldo Snipes is still trying to keep his advantage. You know he's going to have a 2-point round here, but Larry Holmes came back to almost even up or win this round, if not for that knockdown. But man, that was a hellacious knockdown. We'll catch the replay of that again, I'm sure, many times. Listen to that organ in the background. I often thought about getting myself a Hammond B5. Kind of like that Greg Allman style. There we go, man. Looks like Holmes is in the driver's seat here. I don't know if the Snipes just punched himself out, but Larry's starting to land overhand rights, uppercuts, left hooks. Oh, man. Oh! Snipes is fucking getting beaten on. He's trying to use all kind of evasive maneuvers here, man. And that's the end of the round. What a round, man. What a round. Referee's talking to Larry Holmes, man. You know, a lot of people said that this fight was a little suspicious. We've got some great boxing fans in the chat today, bro. I really appreciate it, man. You got Mr. Doc, Con Shawnery, Mr. Boxing today too. I mean, dude, these are heavyweight boxing fans too, not just boxing fans. Oh, there we go. Look at Larry. Let's see that again. Here we go, man. Watch the overhand right. Boom! Oh, folds him up like a cheap lawn chair. Jab, jab, boom. And Larry, the knees go, the legs go. Wow, what a tremendous knockdown. And here we go. It's the start of the 8th round. Mr. Snipes is still going for that. That finish here. I mean, he's got some bravado. He's got some confidence. He just put Larry Holmes on his ass. How many fighters can say they did that? That's a fact, Mr. Boxing Today, man. Larry Holmes, if nothing else, I mean, everything else, but above all, he had that warrior's heart. I mean, he would leave his wife Diane if Don King said, "Larry, you're fighting. I want you down here in Las Vegas. The limo's out there for you." You know, Larry was a fighter first. Larry knew that was his living. That's what he was born for. That's how he put bread on the table. He put another brick in the building, man. Larry just fought, saved his money, didn't abuse drugs from what I understand, wasn't a drinker. I mean, Larry was a businessman. I talked to somebody on YouTube who was going to interview his brother, Lendo, and Larry, how much is he giving you? The interview was off, you know. I bet if Larry was at that weekend, I probably would have gotten an interview with him. I got a bunch of numbers in my phone here. I've called a few of them talking to him, but you know, dude, I was like a kid in a candy store, wide eyes. It was like Christmas Day. I was there to once I shook the hands and like Riddick Bowe. I called him Riddick Blow. He loved that shit, man. I think I could have got him to do a Bruce Gass show with me. But anyway, man, time will come. Here we go, man. Renaldo Snipes is trying to put the finishing on Larry Holmes, and Larry Holmes just came back. I think Larry Holmes might have even won that last round. It might be an 9-9 round. I don't know, man. And here we go. Ronaldo's got a second win going on, and Larry Holmes on his toes. I mean, you know, when he starts crossing that, he starts swinging that left hand around, and he just brings it up and shoots it up. That's classic Larry Holmes stuff. That's the stuff Greg Page watched. You know, Michael Dokes on the undercard. But yeah, this is Larry Holmes is not going to be denied. Larry Holmes is not going to lose out on that payday with Gerry Cooney. And see, some people said that the fight was stopped prematurely, so it wouldn't hinder the Gerry Cooney fight. I mean, Don King, he must have been sweating watching this fight. When Larry Holmes went down, I bet Don King had to go to the bathroom and clean his shorts out, man. You know, this was the biggest fight of Don King's career so far, and he had already done the Rumble in the Jungle. And Mr. Snipes on his toes, firing out that jab. We're live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, on this day, 41 years ago. Anybody watched this fight live besides me? Mick Smith, you're an old son of a bitch. Con, I think you're kind of old. Mr. Doc, Mr. Boxing Today too. You told me I think you said you were 13 when you watched, 14 when you watched George Foreman knock out Michael Moore, and that's about 15 years away, I think, man. So you was a baby when this was going on. But here we go, man. There, Larry Holmes wants to end this fight. Renaldo Snipes wants to end this fight. They're both throwing some bombs. Snipes knows he can hurt Larry Holmes. He can floor Larry Holmes. Larry just took another right hand off the jaw. Didn't phase him. And Larry, man, when Larry switches, when Larry gets set to throw that right hand, that's usually a fight-ending punch, man. He throws. He'll shift his hips. He'll move his legs. He'll square off a little bit, and he'll drop that fucking overhand right, the straight right hand. I don't know if a right cross. I don't know what we're gonna call it, but it's usually a fatal punch. Now you got to remember too, man. These are 15-round fights back then. So there's no 12 rounders here. Here we go, man. Larry, they both slowed down quite a bit, man. Can you blame them? This has been a hellacious fight. And Snipes has still got that crazy, unorthodox, herky-jerky. Leaves himself wide open when he throws that jab. And Larry Holmes is trying to counter him, but it's just such a weird angle. And Larry's just trying to put some hurting on him. I mean, Larry got knocked down. Larry wants to even the score here. You can see Larry's circling around. I mean, Larry's hands are educated. You could just see when he threw that combination. It's almost like the brain didn't have to work. Those hands knew what they were doing. Pop, 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 and back. And Larry's great defensive fighter, bringing that elbow in to protect the body, shooting the jabs and the hooks off that defensive posture. He's saying, hey, oh yeah, separate them. These guys get real tough when the bell rings. They want to get at each other. It's like, dude, you just had 3 minutes. And sit down for a minute. You're going to have 3 more minutes. Clemson, North Carolina, Nebraska, Oklahoma State, Georgia versus Florida. College basketball. They took up all of fucking free TV back then. And here we go. This is the start of round. Is this round 9 or round 10? The FBI. And here we go. We got this Don King trademark symbol in the center ring. Snipes raising his hands. Beginning of round 10 coming up here. Larry shooting that jab from the outside. Snipes doesn't look like he can get past that jab right now. He wants to get inside. He wants to throw that sneaky right hand, like you're saying out there, man. I think Larry's kind of prepared for that right hand now. Fool me once, shame on me. And Larry's not gonna fall for that one anymore. Larry was just so much better than all the competition back in these days, man. That's why to see Larry get floored like that, it was like, whoa. And Snipes is trying to go in there, trying to hit Larry in the hips, take away that movement. Wherever those punches land. You see the referee's mic'd up. He's got the duct tape on his back with the microphone. Larry landed an unusual body punch. Nice exchange of jabs there. I think Holmes is and Snipes just wants to drop that right hand in. Holmes is slipping that, almost throwing him face first in the ropes there. Snipes just got in a nice right hand to the body. Still trying to shoot that left out there. Larry, nice coming off the ropes with that combination. And they're tying up inside. I'm sure they're bad-mouthing each other. Larry's saying, you've never been this far before. You've never been in waters like this. I'm not sure if, I know he fought Olin Norris for the NABF title. I don't know if it was a decision or if he got knocked out. But anyway, man, No, that's right. I'm sorry. That was after this fight. Oh, man, the memory's not that great, but it's great enough to sit here enjoying this fight, man. I appreciate all you cats that came in here to check it out, man. I hope some of you are still here, man. I hope you hit that like button out there, man. I don't know why that is, but everybody seems to say it, and I guess it'll get me more exposure. You know, the more people watch this, the better you feel about what you did. Kind of makes it all worthwhile. It's a truly a labor of love, man. All I want your time and your thumbs up and enjoy these fights here, man. Watch some good stuff going on. Don't tell me my background music wore off here. We're in the 11th round, so we're gonna pause for a second so I can get back into get my tunes going. I have to go into this other screen, so bear with me, please. Bear with me, please. Gotta take that down. Gotta go in my. See, I'm becoming quite a little a producer here. Go into my music. Find something on my selection list here. Yeah, this I can get away with. This is free stuff. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. That's Mr. Doc on the guitar, John McSmith on the bass, Con Shonry coming up on the rhythm guitar. Then we get back over here. Got to put that back up over here. Make that large. Bring that back up there again. Let's see. Why can't I see that here? Oh, I know, because I'm in YouTube. I got to get back in StreamYard. Put that back on the screen. And we didn't lose a bit. There we go. Remy, my brother. Thank you, my man. Remy's one of my good friends, man. He's a true boxing fan, bro. Remy's a real cool dude. I like Remy, man. So shout out to Remy out there, man. And here we go, man. This is the fateful 11th round, man. Check this round out. This is why I didn't want to lose a second on this side. Peter Von Ox, my brother. Salute. Here we go. Oh, Snipes is in trouble. Snipes is in trouble. Larry's coming on strong. Oh, look at that right hand. And Larry's going to look at the ref. Come on, man. Stop this. Larry had a habit of doing that. I'm not sure if he did it in this fight, but that was it, man. The ref stopped it, and Snipes says, no way. Check this out. No. Look at him. He's fucking pissed. He's bumming. Premature stoppage or what? I don't know. A world heavyweight championship fight. And see what the word was is that they didn't want to put the they didn't want to endanger the Gerry Cooney Larry Holmes fight. Snipes is raising his hands. He can't believe the fight's been stopped. Yep, that's what happened, Mr. McSmith. During the interview, his trainer goes to cut his gloves off. He ends up with a 44-stitch gash in his fucking forearm. Mr. Boxing Today too. Having an OG like you over here watching me, man, you guaranteed you got that, bro. I'm a little guppy in a big pond over here, man. It truly is an honor to have everybody in here and to have a guy who's put out more content than almost anybody on the internet, who's well respected. And Holmes and Tiger Williams, bro, that was a hell of a fight. That Tiger Williams was a crusty old bastard, man. Yeah, man, we could run that. Maybe you could come up here with me. We could run that, bro. But Mr. Snipes does not like that fight being stopped. Hey, a 1981 commercial. I wonder what they're selling here. This guy's a salesman. Oh, Sure deodorant. Hey, we could all use a little Sure. 48-hour protection. That always got me. What the hell is 48-hour protection? Does that mean you're not going to wash your fucking armpits for 48 hours and expect to smell as sweet as this cat over here? Come on, man. I mean, I'll take the 24-hour protection because I take the dog for a walk before I take my morning shower. But after that, man, I come in on a hot day. Even today, it was like 70, humid, and I keep up a real brisk pace when I'm out there. It's almost like a mini jog. And look at that the fucking cassette deck, the tuner, the amp, the equalizer. Oh yeah, now we got it all on a microchip, MCS. That's what I had in my house, bro. What was I just saying? I can't even remember. I love the blues, man. Gillette razor blades. That was Friday night. The Gillette fights. They were I was like around to see just the last of those when they were around. That's when I saw the George Chuvalo and the Jerry Quarry fight. That was on a Friday night, and it was in black and white. Gillette razor blades sponsoring the fights. And my dad was watching. I came home. I think I was about maybe 14 or 15 or something like that. And I've been a boxing fan ever since. And Snipes is complaining to fucking Howard Cosell. He's telling Howard Cosell, they stopped this fight way too fast. This is a heavyweight championship fight. I think the fix was in. And now we're going to watch this knockdown. Now, is this the ending of the fight? Or is this this is the ending of the fight? Wow. That was just like the fight, just like the punch that Snipes went down with from Holmes. That Holmes went down with from Snipes. And he's coming in. Let's see if this is a premature stoppage. Body shot. Kind of puts that jab out there. Drops a big right hand. Another big right hand. Snipes was taking those punches well. Rudy Ortega's looking inside, man. I mean, how many unanswered punches did he get there, man? What are you going to do? Sit there and just let him get hit until he dies? But here we go, man. Now they're talking to Larry Holmes at ringside, and Snipes is sitting there too. And this is when his trainer cuts him over here. I don't know if it's shown on camera, but I think it was Con Charnery mentioned that. And from doing a little bit of my due diligence, I remembered it, and it was really thrown into my head today when I kind of gave myself a little rehash on this great night, man. Because it was a great night, man. My fucking house was going crazy. There was beers all over the place. The fucking Toker must have got spilled 10 times. We were puffing, and Larry Holmes is telling them, and here we go, man. You watch this, and then watch who's in the middle. Look who's in the middle. Hey, he's trying to hold his toupee on his head. Fucking look at, man. Look at this shit. Look at Howard Cosell. Fucking poor Howard down there, man. Howard got into his work. Looks like somebody got their toupee kind of knocked off there, man. Maybe there's a couple of them going on there. But here we go, man. Is this Holmes and Snipes going at it, or was this Holmes with I think this was Snipes and one of Holmes' handlers. And this when he got the cut. There's blood going on all over the place. The cops are saying, "Get him the fuck out of here." His corner's trying to hold that hand up with a gash in it. Wow, is this something, man? And remember, we're watching this live. This was like, bro, you think boxing's exciting today? You're watching this live. Howard was holding that fucking toupee down, man. You go back and watch the USA Championships, and Howard Cosell was announcing those, the Don King USA Ring Magazine Championships. A lot of scandal going on there, but Scott Ledoux took on a guy named Johnny Boudreaux, Don King fighter, padded record. Scott Ledoux clearly beat him in their fight, knocked him down. But Johnny Boudreaux got the decision. It was just like this here. They were interviewing him outside. Scott Ledoux couldn't take it. He actually knocked Howard's toupee off. So if you ever get a chance to see that one, check it out. Good stuff. The 80s life, man. I was drinking wine like that. I was going out to dinner almost every night. Always wine with dinner. I thought I was something else, man. I'd go in restaurants and we'd smoke a cigar after dinner. Suave Bola. What are you drinking? Suave Bola. That was fucking screw top rat piss, basically. The stock market. I mean, life was popping, man. Totally different than today. Talk about rush hour in 81 and rush hour today. I'm surprised we got such a long commercial here. Chicago one way, $89. One way from where? Here we go, man. I don't think the action has calmed down yet. Referee Rudy Ortega getting his last few words of wisdom in there. Telling why he stopped the fight. He's saying that Snipes was in no condition to continue. Dozens of unanswered punches. And remember, this is around the Dooku Kim, Ray Boom Boom Mancini time. I don't know how close it was, but I think that was 81. Right along the same time where referees definitely panicked. I don't know, when did that Dooku Kim fight happen? Let me go check on my other screen here. That was November 18th, 1982. This is 1981, so that didn't happen yet. But yeah, this was a very, very exciting place to be. Very, very, the controversy makes it exciting. So that was 82, my brother Khan. November 18th, not long ago, man. Maybe we're going to do a little something about that on this day. You know, that changed boxing forever. That's when the next day, the WBC, I believe, shortened all their fights to 12 rounds, like the next day. There we go. We're looking at the end here. Larry Holmes dropping the overhand rights. Referee's telling him, Rudy Ortega, man, you know, he says he was in no condition to continue. Larry's agreeing. Larry's saying, I get paid to win a fight, not to put a man in the morgue. And, you know, Larry intently listening, answering the question. Very cool, very good interviewer too, man. I think Larry liked Howard Cosell. I remember Howard. He knew Howard Cosell well, being on the Don King undercards during the Ali era. And you got those Pittsburgh cops in there. Did Howard just pick his nose on camera? I went like this. I didn't pick mine. I wiped my fucking eye over here. But anyway, man, I'm seeing Larry Holmes kind of give his excuses. Let's see if Gerry Cooney's at ringside. I know Jerry's at ringside. Because Pennsylvania and New York, that's not far at all, man. Shit, I drove from Mad Chad picked me up from Maine. We drove down to Pennsylvania last weekend. And we went right through New York. So New York, Gerry Cooney, easy drive to Pennsylvania. A couple of hours. Larry and Easton, I don't know how close that is, but yeah, this was a great memory, a great night to remember. You know, we're watching Larry kind of explain himself in there, but he didn't even have to. But Larry was a showman, and Howard Cosell, who wouldn't want to be interviewed by Howard Cosell? I think Mike Tyson wishes he had Howard Cosell at ringside. But see, it was Larry Holmes that made Howard Cosell retire from boxing. was the Larry Holmes Tex Cobb fight, who Tex Cobb coincidentally fought on the undercard of this fight. So, man, see, these guys are they're so together, they're so contacted. They fought all the time. Boxers today, look at these cats, man, you know? You're going to make the bag. Go for legacy. Look at Larry, pushes him around, heals him. That was it. The fight was over. And Mr. Snipes did not want to lose this fight. And he's 66 years old. I would love to talk to Mr. Snipes. I'll bet he's still got a mouth on him, man. And this is what I like to do. I like to bring these boxers from the past out here. There, oh, look at that fucking right hand. Snipes, man. He'll remember that to this day. And I was talking to boxers, and I was mentioning stuff. I was talking to Marlon Starling, and I mentioned that. I saw him when he fought Johnny Bumpus in Providence. And, Bumpus took an early lead, but Bumpus had a cut in his eye from an accidental butt. And Lou Duva did not want to close that fight because he knew Starling was coming on. And after 5 rounds, or I don't know how many, 4 rounds, 5 rounds, the cut went the fight went to the judges' scorecards. Otherwise, it would be a technical draw. But instead of trying to stop that fight, he looked like he was ripping it open. And I was telling Marlon Starling that. He's like, "Yeah, you were there. You remember that?" I said, "Oh man, that Lou Duva, I should have won that fight." And to reignite those memories, I'd love to bring fucking Renaldo and Mr. Snipes on here. But hey, man, you never know. Anything's liable to happen. Anything liable probably can, probably will. You never know, man. In this fucking old age, man, we do crazy things. We ask people for crazy favors. Sometimes we even say yes. I've had the pleasure to have more fighters on here that I can remember from the glorious past that I enjoyed. But anyway, guys, man, a great time. I'm glad you came in here to watch this fight. I'm glad you gave me a little bit of your time, and I see a lot of people kind of stayed here, and I appreciate that, man. All you cats out there, Con Shawnee, Peter Von Ox, Mr. Boxing Today too. C. Wood, man, shout out to you, brother. All the diehards, Andrew Charles, my man, peace to you, man. All the people who love a good fight, who love good boxing. And this is my mission in life, man. This is what I'm meant to do. I keep up with the boxing that's going on today, but I'm never gonna let you forget about these old fights, man. Remy, my brother, thank you for coming by. Don't want to miss anybody because I appreciate it so much, and sharing this with you, seeing an active chat out there. Mr. Doc, my brother. Usually I have Mr. Doc up here, but I just kind of wanted to. I didn't want to cut him off. I didn't want him cutting me off. I just wanted to talk about this fight, go through it. Mr. Doc, I'll get you up here for more of these fights eventually if you want to come up here with me, because I like to do co-hosting and stuff. But I wasn't even going to do this for very long today. It was a lot longer than I thought it was. And Derek Bailey, thank you, my brother. Mayhem and Miracles, the sweet sister herself. Rolling with the punches, my brother. My man, Con Shawnee. I think I saw McSmith here earlier. I appreciate it. I'm out of here, man. God bless you. Keep your eyes open. Make sure you watch my On This Day on my community page, because you never know what happened on this day in boxing. And 41 years ago, Larry Holmes, Renaldo, Mr. Snipes, on this day. Peace.